good evening. It's Kathy Beatty with Divorce Support Anonymous. I should have checked my sound now that I think about it. Make sure we've got, we should have sound. So this is good. Well, welcome. It's Friday night. I like to jump into your life for just a few moments to help those of you who are going through or have gone through a divorce. So my name again is Kathy Beatty, and I have been working in the divorce world over 21 years. I'm a divorce coach and also a domestic mediator. So I know this world pretty well, and my goal is to minimize the damage that's done with divorce. That's always my goal in every aspect, whether that's coaching, support group, or as a mediator. How do we minimize the damage as people go through divorce? It's so important to me to do that for you because there's so much lasting damage, and there are ways in which we can minimize that, and we can do the right things to help ourselves, to help our children go through divorce. So, quick note, October 8th, I know it's a ways off. This is the end of July. Tomorrow will be August 1st, but October 8th will be here before you know it. I am currently running two groups, one of the 10-week divorce support, and then of the 8-week building your life after divorce. So if you have interest in either one of those, connect with me for a registration form. October, unfortunately, will be here before we know it, and we will be ready to begin another session, a 10-week session. So please be sure and connect with me if you have interest. And if you are in this situation, trust me, you should have interest, because you can't go through this alone. You need the support, which is a good segue into our topic tonight, and that is the loneliness of divorce. And we know that is, there's a lot of it in divorce. And trying to correct put me in the middle of the pond here. There is a lot of loneliness in divorce, and so I want to talk about that tonight. It came to mind because that was a topic that we had in our group last night, and it was such an important topic, and I just want to speak to you on that because it's very easy, because we're in so much pain, to withdraw and not to seek the help that we desperately need. Physically, emotionally, spiritually, we need community right now. And so I always ask this question. Let's start with point number one. And that is, let me find my clicker, or my timer was on. I want the timer off. There we go. Okay. The question that I ask of my group is this: how many of you were more lonely in your marriage than you are now? And just about every hand will raise, because many of us are lonely in our marriage, and certainly were at the end, because there was no connection. There was no marriage to speak of. We were using all of our energy to survive this relationship, which is very, very lonely. We did not have someone to share our thoughts, to share our day sometimes. So many people in their marriage are indeed very, very lonely. And even though they're lonely now, they realize, wow, I was lonelier in my marriage than I am now, because at least now I know that I'm alone. I know that I'm alone. Where before I was always trying to connect with this person to no avail. And that is incredibly lonely, to know someone's there and they won't connect with you. So loneliness, it's real. It's part of this journey. It's definitely part of this journey. Isolation is something that we may choose. Because we are wounded, we want to withdraw. We don't want anyone to see us in the pain. And so we withdraw. Isolation is very, very unhealthy. And I want to share with you a quote from Dr. Vivek Murthy, who was the U.S. Surgeon General in the past. And he made this quote, which I think is just so incredibly important. The most prevalent health issue in the country is not cancer or heart disease or obesity. It is isolation. Wow. The most prevalent health issue in this country is not cancer or heart disease or obesity. It is isolation. Isolation as we withdraw, which happens to many of us, because again, we don't want to be around people when we're in so much pain and we're going to fall into tears if someone speaks something to us. So we isolate, we hide. And it's so unhealthy for us physically, emotionally, spiritually. We were created for community. So if you are isolating, I just want to encourage you to seek the help that you need. Is it a support group? Is it to talk to a friend, to talk to a therapist, to talk with your physician? Perhaps during this time, you do need some short-term medication to help you through this trauma that you're going through. And that is not, there's nothing wrong with that for a period of time. Many people find it very helpful. So who do you need to talk to right now instead of isolating, instead of withdrawing, instead of suffering through this loneliness that you are dealing with? So number 3, which is actually has a few components to it, admit your loneliness. It's not a weakness to be lonely. It's not a weakness. So admit you are feeling lonely, like you are dealing with life all on your own and all alone. Even though you may have kids around you, may even have people around you, but you are incredibly lonely. Admit that you are lonely. Now, that's not going to resolve it, but it is going to help you get motivated to seek help. And then I want you to reach out to a friend. Who do you need to reach out to? Do you need to reach out to me? I'll chat with you for a while. Find a healthy community to be a part of. You know, as we were talking in the group last night, many mentioned some of them were dealing with their loneliness in a really healthy way, going to the gym, going to a coffee shop, just sitting there, just being around people and acknowledging people can help us not to be as lonely. So what are those action steps? Maybe it's just taking a walk, asking a friend to go on a walk with us just to change our brain chemistry. Joining a group. Maybe there's an interest like painting, art, singing, music, playing music, hiking. You know, there are meetup groups that are specifically for different interests. So you are going to have to, in this loneliness, be brave enough to step out of your isolation, to step out of your loneliness, and to seek the help you need. Do you need to speak with someone, a pastor, a therapist, a friend? So important that you do. That you do. Number 4, seek the presence of the Lord. God wants to be present in this situation. And I have several verses that I want to share with you, but just, I've told this story before and you may have heard it when my husband left for the second time, not the first, but the second time. I said, God, just hold me, because that's the only words that I could utter. Maybe you need to seek the Lord and say, Lord, I am lonely. Help me to connect with people. Or Lord, would you just hold me? Would you show me that you are present? May I know your presence in a real way. And something about our rawness, when we seek God, God comes to us in a very, very tender way. So seek the presence of the Lord. Deuteronomy, the Lord himself goes before you and will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not fear, for I am with you. Don't be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you, hold you with my righteous right hand. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I fear no evil because you're with me. Your rod and thy staff, they comfort me. And be sure of this, I am with you always, even to the end of the age. Words of Jesus. I will not abandon you as orphans. I will come to you. So there are some beautiful, beautiful verses. You can Google verses when I'm feeling lonely, and you'll get a whole list of them. God longs to be near you during this time, understanding how raw and how tender your heart, your spirit, your body is. So let's go through these points one more time. Admit that, yes, you were really lonely in your marriage. It doesn't matter that you were married. You were in a relationship that was very, very lonely. Realize that isolation is unhealthy for us physically, spiritually, and mentally. Admit your loneliness. Reach out to a friend. Take that courageous step of seeking help. Find a healthy community to be a part of. And maybe you've never been to a therapist before. Maybe now is the time to do that. So many people find it so very helpful. So I encourage you to try it, to do that. And number 4, seek the presence of the Lord. Because he is the true companion, the true friend who sticks closer than a brother, the one who's going to see you through this ultimately. I hope these reminders or new thoughts have been of help to you. And let me know if I can be of help. Don't forget to reach out to register for the 10-week course or the 8-week Building Your Life After Divorce, which will be coming up in a few weeks as well. So this is Kathy Beatty with Divorce Support Anonymous, walking with you every step of the way through the trauma and after the trauma of divorce. Have a good evening.